The struggle of compact guitars is real. Alright, usually you have to come up with a kind of compromise between sound and size. Alright, if the guitar has a good sound, chances are it's not going to be small sized. If a guitar is small sized, chances are it's not going to have a good sound. And yeah, so it's very hard to really find the ideal compact guitar. What if you just want to find something that is just fun, just bring around for fun, bring around for a road trip and stuff like that? You don't want to bring your $4,000-5,000 baby, right? So talking about baby, today we'll be talking about the Baby Taylor. This is actually a guitar that is actually produced by Taylor Guitars. Why are we even talking about that? Because ta-da! I've got it myself. I've actually been waiting this one for a very long time. So is it good? Does it even perform? Let's find out. Hey guys, this is Chester here. You guys are watching our channel right here at Chester and Music. So today we'll be taking a look at the Baby Taylor. So what I have specifically, right, is actually the Taylor Swift edition. That is the one and comes with the one with the pickup. So later I'll be demonstrating what it sounds like unplugged and also with a pickup on it. So when you purchase it, right, it will come like that. So just something to take note, right? This bag is so small that if I put a bag on my music stand, the music stand can literally it holds the bag rather than like that, because the guitar is too wide, right? So it's really very compact, like that. And this is the bag, okay? Basically, the Baby Taylor is a 3/4 dreadnought. So a full dreadnought is big, like your typical Martin D series. They are big, yeah. But the Baby Taylor is a 3/4 size, so it's actually quite compact. Included with the guitar, okay, comes with these two items. Okay, first of all is Taylor Swift, and yeah, of course, because it's a Taylor Swift edition, right? So if you just buy the regular Baby Taylor, they just give you this. Basically, it's a note that she says, wanted to share my passion for playing guitar with my fans, and I love those memories. 2016 Taylor Guitars. So yeah, it's a very nice photo. Actually, this photo is actually reminiscent of her album, her Fearless album, if I'm not wrong. What comes with most Taylor guitars actually is this thing called the Owner Essentials. Quite important actually. So one good thing I like about Taylor, not the person, the company Taylor Guitars, is that they actually provide a very handy and quick guide on maintaining your guitar. Okay, that's for the back. Front pouch, let's take a look at the guitar now. So opening it up, let me just put this back. Okay, this is the Baby Taylor Taylor Swift edition. As you can see, the almost 8 album art. As you can see from the artwork as shown, I mean, come on, who doesn't love a guitar that looks good, right? I mean, obviously your first step is to sound good, and your next step would actually be to look good. But usually most guitars don't pass the first step lah. So on to the guitar now. So yes, as mentioned, this is a 3/4 dreadnought. So as you can see, it's not really very big. It's actually quite quite compact. Not quite, very. Okay, so the top is actually a solid Sitka spruce. So spruce is actually famous for their projection and the high ends. Okay, moving over to the back and sides, it's actually layered sapel. Layered is another term for laminated, but they are slightly two different terms. So if you want to know the difference, right, you can actually head over to Taylor's website where they will explain a little bit more on the difference between layered and laminate. Comes with your standard pins, back and front. Okay, the back pin is actually, the end pin doubles as a input jack also if you bought this guitar that comes with a pickup. Moving down to the pins, I've actually changed the pins to rosewood. So prior to this video, when I purchased it, I've already done a complete setup on it, because the thing with not so expensive guitars is that you need to perform a very good setup. because that's one of the ways they actually, you know, bring down the cost of the guitar. Yeah, so you need to either send it to someone, either send it to a professional luthier who will do the professional setup, or if you know how to do it yourself, make sure that it is good. Yeah, if not, you'll have a very bad time playing with all the buzzing and everything. Okay, so included with the original default pins are actually black plastic. Okay, the saddle is actually merkata, and the nut is actually made up of nubon, which I think, I'm not too sure on that. I think that but they are just modified forms of plastic lah, like Tascue for example. Okay, but I believe they are changed, modified a bit slightly for Taylor's style, but they're more or less the same thing. Okay, so this guitar, the Baby Taylor, has 19 frets in total. Talking about that, the scale length, meaning here to here, I believe, is 22.75 inches. So your regular full-size guitar, right, is actually 25.5 inches. So they actually compressed it down. So not only the body is smaller, the space between the frets are actually shorter as well, which means that when you are pressing chords, you actually don't need to stretch your fingers so wide. You actually don't need to press, yeah, you don't actually have to stretch it so wide. Moving on to the rest, so this is your standard chrome machine heads. This is not engraved. This is just, you know, printed silk screen is what they call it. Okay, save cost lah. That's how they bring down the cost of the Baby Taylor. Okay, moving down to the sound hole itself, the rosette is basically just this artwork. There's no, like, you know, circle, you know, that kind of artwork, stuff like that. There's no binding, or your standard Taylor shape, your uniform Taylor bridge shape, right? Okay, moving to the electronics. So this is something unique. Okay, so the electronics, right, we are basically looking at the ESB. ES meaning expression system, that baby. Yeah, so they actually revoiced a little bit of their standard ES range for the Baby Taylor, which I think is a good choice because I am personally not a fan of the ES2 system. Yeah, I do not like it. Alright. Yeah. Whatever. Okay, but I'm actually very surprised by the ESB. So later during the demo, you can actually hear for yourself and you can be the judge whether you like it or not. In the EQ section, right, you come with a tuner. So if you press the button, provided batteries are in, press the button and then you can actually tune the guitar. So for example, the 6th string, see, it's showing you E, but it is too sharp, so that you need to tune it down. So that in the there, right, there's actually a down and up button. Down and up arrow. So if the arrow is showing you down, means you need to make it down. If the arrow is up, means you need to tune it up. Okay, don't forget to turn it off when you're done. Alright, you know, you're just gonna suck the battery. Okay, you have the tone. So unlike your regular ES2, where there is bass, treble, and volume knobs, this is just one single tone. So the bass and treble is just one knob. And lastly, this is volume. Okay, so this is actually a compartment for the batteries. Comes with, you uses two CR2032, and just slide it in like that, as long as you hear a truck sound. So that's for the EQ section of the guitar. One difference, alright, that they actually made to bring the cost down of the Baby Taylor and also the Big Baby by extension is actually the heel, which means the over here, this section here. So right, regular guitars, right, you will notice, right, they will actually, it's like that, and then it actually curved down and then it meets like somewhere here. Yeah, so they call this the dovetail joint. Not for this case. So for this case, right, it's a very simple two screws. You can actually see the two screws here. They are Phillips head. Yeah, so it's actually very simple. You just bolted down and that's it. It just ends there. So what that means is, by default, it actually comes with Elixir Phosphor Bronze NanoWeb gauge 12. You cannot go over that string gauge. Okay, so let's take a look at the physical dimensions of the guitar now, because we keep talking about how compact it is, right? So now let's check if it's like how compact is it really. Okay, so they fit the total length of the guitar. It is about 34.5 inches. That's about 88 cm. Okay, the width of the guitar, it is about 12.5 inches. That's a little over 1 foot, or 32 cm. Okay, and the depth of it, which means the height lah, the depth, it is about 3.5 inches, including the strings. If it's just the body alone, it is about 3 inches. 3 inches is about 7.5 cm, around there. Okay, so now it's time for a demonstration of how the guitar is. So I'm just going to tune it up first. Alright, we are ready. Are you ready? I am. So we are going to be giving it a try now. So now this is it's not connected, duh. So I'm just going to be using this condenser mic, which is a Audio-Technica AT2050, in case you are interested lah. Okay, but it doesn't really affect much. So this is what the guitar sounds like unplugged. Alright, so that was unplugged. So now I'm going to be plugging it in and turning off the condenser mic. Okay, so now I'm going to be a surprise twist. I'm actually going to be playing both the condenser mic and the built-in pickup now, and you guys be the judge to see which one sounds the best. Here we go. Okay, so that was how it would sound unplugged, plugged in only, and both. Alright, so hope you guys have enjoyed this guitar, because really, I mean, what this guitar, right, is aimed more for beginners actually, rather than people who need it for the size. Yeah, but the price, you know, because it's a Taylor, right? So the price is a bit expensive for beginners. Like for beginners, right, you wouldn't want to pay, you know, $500-600 over. For, you know, for a starter guitar, you would want to pay something like $200-300. $200 would be a bit expensive for some people that I know. Most people they are only willing to pay like 200 over, and I know for a fact that Taylor will never release a guitar that is like around that price range because it's the brand, right? Yeah, but what sets it apart from other guitars in this category is not really, strictly speaking, the body of it, but there's two main things that actually sets it apart from the competition, in my opinion. The first is actually the resonance. So yes, on one hand, the Baby Taylor is thin, right? But it actually is very, very resonant, which means that its overtones are actually quite good, considering this kind of quality. And second is actually the pickup. So this is something that I'm going to sound really very contradicting. I do not like the ES2. I feel that it sounds very fake. It sounds very digitally processed. I'm more of a L-Back Anthem kind of guy. But I cannot say the same for the ESB leh. The ESB is really good. Like, it makes the guitar sound like it's a $1,000 guitar. Hands down. Yeah, it's like, if you are going to be using this guitar for like recording purposes, I say you can actually use this for some of your songs. Like, seriously, you can actually consider it. Yeah, apart from all that. So who is this guitar for really? Okay, if you are a beginner, get this if you have cash and you want a smooth experience, because Taylors are playable, right? The neck is really very thin. So using a Taylor would make it very easy, much easier for you to learn how to use the guitar. That's for beginners, but for beginners, don't bother getting the pickup version. Just save your money, don't. Yeah, but let's say for more advanced players, what would be a suitable use case for the Baby Taylor? I would say if you want to use this as a secondary, or if you want to bring this around to travel, or just for a on the spot inspiration kind of thing, I would say this guitar has the chops to deliver that. But don't expect this guitar to be your primary. No, it will not happen. Alright, just save the money and just go and get a super good one. Alright, get an 814. Alright, that will be a very good primary guitar. Yeah, but that's all that's being said. I feel that this guitar has many different roles that it can potentially fit. So that's one of the reasons why this guitar is a best seller. And of course, it looks nice lah. So that's like a a ding, it's like a bonus. Alright. So anyway, that's actually sums up our unboxing and first look at the Baby Taylor Taylor Swift edition. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so yet. I'm Chester, that's all for today. See you guys.